Hello, Kevin.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. I'm Courtney.
Nice to meet you.
Come on in and have a seat. Well, it's really nice to meet you. I'll be assisting you through your intake process here through our outpatient unit. Do you have any questions before we get started?
Nope, not really, actually.
All right, well, if a question comes to your mind later on, please don't hesitate to interrupt me just so I can clarify and answer any questions that you might have. Please remember that anything that you disclose to me personally stays within these walls. This is confidential, and unless you say that you're of risk to yourself or somebody else, it stays between us.
Okay.
Do you have any questions about that?
No, I think I signed a form earlier when I came in for that, actually.
Yeah, that's protocol within our organizations like ours. It's great that you could make it in today. I know the roads and the weather probably made things a little bit more difficult than need be.
Yeah, it was actually quite a trip in this morning, but at least my drive from work is just around the corner from here.
Oh, where do you work?
Just over at the pipe clean around the block. It's just as an assistant plumber.
That's awesome. People are always needing plumbers, I'm sure. Do you like it so far?
I mean, it's all right. I've always had bad grades in school, so I wasn't really gonna be getting my PhD anytime soon. But it keeps things afloat, and I have some pretty cool buddies at work.
Personally, I think plumbing is an exceptional and very needed trade. A lot of people don't do that anymore, but it's never too late to switch that up if that's not what makes you happy. So don't be afraid to switch things up as well. Having full-time employment where you have strong social bonds is extremely admirable. Many people strive for that in a workplace setting.
Yeah, I like what I do, but I've always wondered about what could have been. Like, you know what I mean? It pays the bills, but those social bonds can be a little bit too strong.
There's always still opportunity though. I most definitely didn't envision myself within this career and sitting in this seat. I wouldn't trade it for the world now, but what do you mean when you say those social bonds can be a little bit too strong?
Yeah, we just drink and smoke a lot of weed usually, but lately it's been other stuff and fights.
I can definitely see where you can see where the bonds could be a little bit more pro-social, but I'd say they're pretty strong still. What do you mean by other stuffs and fights? Could you expand on that a little bit?
Oh, well, we just start out drinking and smoking, but our buddy from work, he's been hooking us up with some speed too.
Do you think that the use of the speed might have been a contributor to the fighting?
No. I don't know. I mean, I guess it could have been it could be, but the fighting is it's usually caused by comments out at the bar about my HIV being positive status and all, but did the right thing legally in telling him, but my ex spread it to everyone. It's been one comment from another, how I'm an HIV fag, but I'm straight. I don't even know how I got it. I know I do some wild stuff, but like I'm always careful.
Well, that can be an extremely difficult thing to deal with, and especially personal things on top, and you add some alcohol or some other substances to the mix and things can blur the lines real quickly. Having said that, I do think it's absolutely important that you disclosed your positive HIV status to your partner because it's actually legally required for us to do that. So, it's very courageous on your end to do so. A lot of people, that's why there is a law for such a thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was brave on your part to do so. Do you think that together we might be able to find a better way to cope in order to find something to cope with dealing with those emotions instead of putting them into a fight?
Yeah, I'd like that. Like, this isn't me. Like, I don't fight. I've been hating myself so much lately over it all. And, I think what my life would be like, and it'd be easier without living sometimes.
Well, I can tell you that you're not the only person that is HIV positive in this world. And that life certainly has a way of bringing out a lot of things in us that we definitely don't expect. Your life doesn't lose any value, and it isn't less of a value due to the opinions of others, though. Opinions aren't true. Are you currently at risk of hurting yourself, or have you made a plan?
Oh, no. I'm safe. I don't actually want to die. I actually hate the thought of even dying. I just also hate the thought of my life becoming what it is.
Well, we all struggle on that roller coaster that is life, But remember, that just makes you human. That doesn't mean anything's wrong with you. It makes us human to have emotions, but it's important to remember that you're not going through this alone.
Yeah, it's true. Thank you.
Well, that's what I'm here for. Would you be open to me asking you a few questions as a part of our intake process? It's a screener called GAIN, and we use it to help determine the needs of people psychologically, behaviorally, and personally, and those problems that might come up in those areas of your life.
Sure.
Please be sure to stop me if you've got any questions. Don't fear interrupting me. That's what I'm here for. So these do range on a scale. It's a scaled assessment as you scale it from I've never done this to I do this maybe daily. I'm going to go through scenarios and we'll work through it together. It shouldn't take us very long. Is that okay with you?
Yep.
Perfect. The first set of questions are based on when was the last time that you had significant problems in certain areas of your life. So the first one would be feeling trapped, lonely, sad, depressed, blue, or hopeless about the future.
Probably in the last month.
But you wouldn't say you're in
No.
harm's way?
I don't think so, no.
Okay, just something we need to work on then, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What about sleeping, having bad dreams, or restless, or even falling asleep midday?
It actually happens quite often.
What about feeling nervous, anxious, or scared, maybe?
It happens almost daily.
Daily? When was the last time that something reminded you of the past and you became distressed or upset about it?
Probably about a month ago.
The last time that you were thinking about ending your life or committing suicide? And I know we touched on that previously, but again, this just kind of helps us score things to see where you are and where we need to focus.
Probably like 3 months ago.
3 months ago, so not actively?
Mm-hmm.
Good. When was the last time you did the following things 2 or more times? So the first one is lied or conned your way to get something you wanted or to avoid doing something.
Nah, never. I don't like liars, so.
That's a golden rule to have. What about having a hard time paying attention in school, at work, or at home?
Always.
Yeah, and so like what about listening to the instructions
Always.
there too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Significant.
Mm-hmm.
What about being a bully or threatened by other people?
It happens quite often out at the bar.
A reminder, opinions are not truth.
Mm-hmm.
And starting fights with other people, yeah, we touched on this, but
Yeah.
I'd like to touch it again. When was the last time you used alcohol or drugs weekly?
Oh, all the time, every week. My buddies and I go out for an after-work beer.
Do you spend a lot of time getting alcohol or the drugs, or
Every week.
what about the effects, the aftermath? And
Oh, I never get
mindset?
hangovers.
What about using drugs or alcohol even though you knew it was causing social problems or leading to fights, or
Nah, I don't think it causes fights.
no, not even in the setting?
No, I don't think so.
No. What about your alcohol or drugs causing you to give up or reducing your life within your social life? Or-
Never.
No, you're pretty active in your social life still?
Yeah.
Having withdrawal problems from alcohol or drugs, like shaky hands or trembling.
Yeah, sometimes I get the beer shakes after I wake up from a night out, but don't we all? It happens to the best of us.
Oh, not always, but again, that's something we can work on. When was the last time you did a disagreement where you pushed, grabbed, or shoved somebody?
Last weekend at the bar.
What about taking something from a store without paying for it?
No, I don't do that.
Good rule to have also. Selling or distributing or helping make illegal drugs even.
No.
Or driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs.
Probably about 4 months ago.
Not active right now, but it has been an issue in the past.
I wouldn't say an issue, no.
Have you purposely damaged or destroyed a vehicle that didn't belong to you? If
No.
so, no. Do you have any other psychological, behavioral, or personal issues or problems that you would like to seek treatment for?
Other than what we've discussed, no?
Okay. The last 2 questions are pretty straightforward, and your gender is male. Your age?
23.
23, that's right. How was
Yeah.
that?
It didn't take as long as I thought, actually.
Yeah, it's a short little screening tool that we use, but it's really helpful. Do you have any questions upon completing this with me together?
No, not really. It feels like I'm back in school again, though.
Well, no more homework today, no more paperwork, but I would like to begin scheduling regular appointments with you if that's something that you'd be open to.
Yeah, I'd love that. I'm free usually every day after 4 during the week.
Okay, it was next Tuesday at 5. Does that sound reasonable to you?
Yeah, that works. So the same place?
You bet. And if anything comes up that you need to talk before then, or concerns, or if you can't make your appointment, anything, my number is here, my office number, so you may call, leave a message on my extension, and I will get back to you as soon as I can.
Cool, thanks. So I'll see you next week then.
Absolutely. I hope you have a fantastic week, and I'll see you Tuesday. Thank you for coming
Thanks.
in.
Nice meeting
It
you.
was really nice to meet you. I'll take you to the door here and show you out.